Hey, and welcome to my kitchen closing routine, which I'm going to share with you today. Today, I am taking you along while I do my kitchen closing routine, and it is my prayer for you today that this video will leave you inspired to give it your all in your home and to really embrace the art of homemaking. Now, my name is Stephanie Algra. I have been a homemaker for about 5 years now, and I'm a mother to 3 kids, and I absolutely love being at home with them, homeschooling them, and taking care of our home and our family. But most of all, I am a daughter of Christ, and I really hope that you enjoy this video and consider subscribing. Now, like I mentioned, I am going to take you along on our kitchen closing routine. And I actually mentioned this in my latest video. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will put it in the iCard above. But this is something that I do every single day in order to just stay on top of things and to really give me a evening for myself where I can do things that I want to do. So I either work or I hang out with my husband or I do things that I love, but I really want to have my kitchen closed and have everything that I need to do done before I get to bed, because it is amazing to wake up to a clean kitchen. So that is why I do this every single day. And usually my family actually helps me with cleaning our table. So they put all the plates in the kitchen. My kids really love to help me with that. But I actually filmed this one on a Friday. And on a Friday, we have our family movie, TV night, whatever you want to call it. So my husband and our 3 children are actually on the couch and they are watching an episode of Little House on the Prairie right now. And I thought, you know what? I actually do love doing this by myself sometimes. So I thought, let's just do it alone this time and film my routine at the same time. So that is what we're going to do right now. Now, as you can see, the first thing obviously is putting everything away. So what I love to do is I put everything in the kitchen first, and then I will start putting all the leftovers in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer or in the fridge, wherever it needs to go. Because I really do love eating our leftovers, and that actually saves us a lot of money as well. Because the next day I can just warm up some leftovers and have a really nice, nutritious meal without having to cook something different. So that is a pro tip for you. Make sure you save your leftovers so you can eat them the next day for lunch, or maybe you can have them for dinner. Anyway, that is what I love to do first. And then what I usually do is I immediately get rid of all the crumbs on the table. And then I will move into the kitchen and start doing my dishes. So that is what we're going to do first. I do my dishes, and I actually usually put my dishes into the drying rack and just leave it there. But sometimes I like to actually dry it off as well and have everything put back into the cupboards, because it does actually make a huge difference when you come downstairs. Because if I put it in the drying rack and leave it there, then the next morning when I wake up, I still need to do a little bit of work because I need to put all the dry stuff back into the cabinets. And I actually do love having the completely clean kitchen when I come downstairs. So it depends on how much time I have and what I have planned in the evening. Sometimes I wanted to do a lot of work when my children were napping during the day and it didn't really work, or something went wrong, or whatever it might be. So sometimes I actually have to do a little bit of work in the evening, and then I don't always have time to dry it off. Sometimes my husband does it, sometimes my children do it. So yeah, it just depends on the evening. So today I decided to do it myself and to make sure that the kitchen was completely clean when I come downstairs in the next morning. Then as soon as I am done with putting my dishes away, I make sure to clean my stove and my countertops, because having a filthy stove is really disgusting. So I always make sure to wipe off all the tomato sauce and the oil and whatever is left over on my stove. I really want to get rid of that because that is just so disgusting to me. So I make sure that is done, and I clean the kitchen counter just because I want to have a completely clean kitchen for the next day. So that is something I always do. And what I use to clean my kitchen counter is actually a spray bottle. And in that spray bottle, I have an all-purpose cleaner, water, and I just spray it on top of my countertop. Now, the thing that I use to clean my kitchen counter is actually a spray bottle, and the one that I'm using right now has a all-purpose cleaner in it that I wouldn't recommend actually. But I know that there are some great recipes with vinegar, which is a very nice natural cleaner. It basically is water, vinegar, and something to give it a scent and to actually make it clean a little better. And that could be lemon oil, for example, essential oils, but you can also use lemon peels, or I have even seen people put just slices of lemon or oranges in it. So that is something I'm gonna try. Now, if it works really well, I will share the full-on recipe, but that is what I'm trying to use next time. But I first want to make sure that this is all gone. Anyway, that is what I do, and now my kitchen is basically done. And then I usually go back to the table and actually clean the table itself. So I use the same all-purpose cleaner to clean the dinner table, and then I usually do my vacuum cleaning before we have dinner. I actually mentioned that in my latest video too, but I usually do my vacuum cleaning before because I really don't like sitting at the dinner table and having sand and breadcrumbs and all that under my feet when I'm having dinner. That is a pet peeve of mine. I really don't like it. But I knew that today we were gonna have sourdough dinner rolls for dinner, and that always leaves a lot of mess. So there were a bunch of crumbs on the floor. So instead of just sweeping a few things here and there after dinner, I actually decided to grab my vacuum cleaner and to just vacuum the entire home. So once I was finished with my dinner area, I decided, you know what, let's just clean the entire house. And that is actually the end of my kitchen closing routine. So I make sure to get rid of everything on the table, clean everything that I have, put everything away in the spot that it needs to go, and then make sure that the dining area is clean and ready for breakfast. It's such a nice feeling to know that you can sit on the couch, you can just enjoy your evening, and there's nothing that you have to do anymore because everything that needed to get done is done. So that is what I'm gonna do after this. I'm gonna enjoy my evening and just have a fun evening with my husband. So that is my kitchen closing routine for you. I love doing this because, like I said before, it really helps me to have a clean slate the next morning. And it's just a great feeling to have a clean kitchen where you can just have fun, you can bake and cook and do all the things that you want to do for your family. So I really recommend closing your kitchen at night. And if you enjoy content like this, I would love to know from you. So give this video a like, let me know down below, subscribe to my channel, whatever you like to do to let me know that you love this content. And then I will hopefully see you in my next video.